Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Wednesday catch-up video. Today's video I'm going to show two more episodes in the Stuart Turner rebuild. I'm busy at the minute trying to pack stuff into a car to go to Shrewsbury Steam Rally. I had intended to turn my caravan down, but unfortunately my Honda has got problems. It's in the garage getting sorted out, so we've decided to take a tent. I don't like tents, I'm too old for tents, and the wife is, but she's determined to go, so that's what we're doing now. That's why the videos are running a little bit late, because I wasn't going to go, and now we are going to go. So I've also got to do Sunday's video now on Wednesday night, I suppose. Right, that's enough talking. Let's have a look at these bits of video. Before I put the union in, I'm going to put a little bit of steam oil into here because I'm going to run this up and get the oil up this pipe if I can. And a nice copper washer on there. Before I finally couple this up, I'm going to pump some oil into this pipe, fill it with oil, because the pump doesn't make vast amounts of oil at the sort of revs I can run it at, and I want this tube full of oil. Right, I'm going to pump some oil up through there, just to fill this line up. Come on, you bastard. That's it. Right. Right, so if I pump some oil in, you should see it come out to the top of that union once the line's full. Come on, you messy bastard, you. The pipe keeps coming off the other end. Right, we're trying to get the under there. Right, and the oil can onto there. The bastard's that slippy. Look at it. Right, surely that'll steer now when I pump a little bit of oil through that pipe. Right, there's oil dripping out the far end. Of course the camera's at this end now, but believe me, the oil is dripping out of that end. Right, messy bastard, you. Right, so the pipe is now full of oil. Union first and a little olive. Under there, that goes into there. And that nips the olive onto the pipe. Before finally tighten up and tweak this pipe how I want it. It's actually pretty good the way it is there, I like it. Looks decent. And I can run the engine up, loosen this off once you see the oil coming out of there, then we'll know it's getting oil up to the cylinder. Play with it and bend it and put it just how I want it. That looks quite nice, I like it. I do like to see neat pipe work. Bit more oil in there. This is real thick, sticky stuff designed for lubricating superheated steam engines. I've put the blanking plug back in, and if we start the engine up, it should say oil. There it is. That's the steam oil coming through there. Just a little drip every few 30 or 40 seconds is all it takes, but it's definitely putting oil through. There it is. So that means that oil is going to get into the cylinder of the engine, which is all I wanted it to do. All this needs now is a run on steam. These glands are still to pack and then paint it, and that's it done. I've really enjoyed doing this engine. I had my doubts at first when I first looked inside it, but it's actually come on quite nicely. And probably the hardest part was the oil pump. That's the part my friend Bob did. I never ever thought that would work again, but as you can see, it's working fine now. The main pump's working, there's oil coming through the side glass. Everything's working as it should. Oil's going up the little wire then. Very happy. Still leaking air past those glands and it's packed up. It's good to see it at 1000 RPM on steam generating electricity. This Stuart engine is basically finished now, apart from running it up on steam and painting it. I've got to try and get it off the bench, and it is bloody heavy. So what I'm going to do is drill a hole through each of these legs, and I'll probably put a nice brass fancy washer on and put a piece of steel bar through, which means I can hold the flywheel and hold the bar to should be able to pick it up. It's awkward to hold, there's all these bits trying to get you. So I'm going to take the legs off. I've got some nice washers to go into these square bolts, and I've borrowed a wood bothering drill off my friend Mick to drill through there. So that's the plan for today. I think these square headed bolts look better than the hexy headed ones, but they do need a washer. You know, we get to put studs in from the bottom and put big Whitworth nuts on the top. But I think those bolts with that nice washer on should look the part. Bastard. This really is quite a bastard heavy article to move around. Twat. I think the safest bet's going to be to kind of lie over on its side a little bit. It will rest nicely on that governor. Like that. Right, it's fairly safe there, it can't go any further over, and I don't think you got a little piss out of it. I'll take this one off. These bases are, a friend of mine made them, and it's made out of a wood called a rope. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planks glued together. A rope is a really hard wood. These come off an old science table or science classroom worktop. So it should be virtually indestructible. It's getting a nice patina there with the oil that's spilled on it. You see the grain, that's absolutely stunning, that. This is a special drill designed for wood. It runs out of travel there, so it's going to have just enough to put the hole in. I would imagine it'll run this fairly slow. And cut it dry, I would think. Mick did say he'd sharpened the drill, so it's definitely doing the job for us. I once tried to use an ordinary, like most taper type machine drill for wood, and it didn't work. I'm very impressed with the way this is going through there. Very impressed. I know one thing with this wood, if you get a spelt in your hand, it tends to go poison straight away. It's not pleasant stuff. Right, that's different wood coming out, so it's obviously all the way through now into the plywood. Yeah, we've got a nice neat hole there. Happy with that. I've done a quick draw of the piece of brass. I'm going to cut out of brass, 2 round bits, 55 wood D with a 26mm hole in the centre, and I've got some 3/4 round bar that I can use for a handle, just sort of finish things off a little bit. This shows how it's going to be cut. It's going to cut the holes first, starting on the inside of the holes, and then the outside obviously gets cut last, because if you cut that first it would fall apart. I'm sure you'll agree that looks a lot better than just a plain hole in a piece of wood. I've got no nice brass wood screws, but I've got some dome headed 3/16 Whitworth bolts or Whitworth screws. I'm sure they'll do the job. The tapping drill for 3/16 Whitworth, it's 3.7, but I don't think it'll be that critical going into wood. Drill's on hammer for some strange reason. Better. Just kind of eyeballing this to keep it straight. I don't like bothering on with wood very much, rather than burning the stuff. I'm going to try and put some threads into it. This wood will take a thread because it's a very, very dense type of wood. I like it. It's more like working with aluminium than it is with wood, really. I've purposely left this just rough polished on a very fine mop I don't want it sort of all bright and gory. I want to try and keep it looking reasonably old. Looks pretty good there. I had thought of stamping my initials and the date on one of them. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I've got a little assorted box of these fastenings. If you want to send them in for us, they've been really handy. I've used quite a few on the steam wagon. Imperial brass screws are hard to get a hold of. Put the slots all facing the same way. That's a sign of a true fanny, I suppose, but that's the way I'm going to do it. They're getting a hell of a hole, them. Slots up and down it's going to be. I think they look quite nice. I still may change these lag bolts for studs up through the bottom with Whitworth nuts on. I'm not sure. Right, so they're into there, and then I've got a piece of bar that'll go through there, through both sides. You can get a hand on there and a hand on the flywheel, and we should be able to pick the bastard thing up. It is heavy, but it's, I could even put a couple of wheels on there and move it around, I suppose. I could put another in and put 4 wheels on. We'll see. I think the compressor's full, so we might as well give it a little run. Right, new airline. I can't wait to run it on steam. It's getting better and better all the time on air. There's the drain valves. And then the condensate out of the cylinder. Just runs so nice. Once again, it's the time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And it is really important that you talk about mental health, bring it into the open. You know my views on mental health. Anyway, that's enough from me. I'll see you on the next one.